Welcome back. It's that time of the week. Our friends from Final Victory Animal Shelter are back in the studio for this week's edition of Primetime Pups. Michael Sneezik joins us now with this week's Primetime Pup, Artemis, and he is such a cutie. If we can show him right now. Beautiful pattern. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, oh, look at that, already sitting on command. Tell us a little bit about Artemis.
Yeah, so Artemis came from us, from our friends at the Fairfield Shelter. Unfortunately, just like Rambo, who was on here a couple weeks ago, he was there on the euthanasia list. He was there for 360 days before we pulled him, and so we're working on finding him that great home, and you can tell he loves being pampered. You know, we give him the biggest blankets. He gets really great food. He loves it. He's a little chunky, as you can see. Our friends at the Fairfield Shelter did awesome there. You know, he came in super skinny, and now he's nice and chunky, which we like. But he's just a good boy, and he's a big baby. He really is a big baby.
Which is kind of what you love. You know, they are just a big love bug, big cuddling, which is precious. He's got beautiful patterning, so we kind of know age-wise, type-wise.
So we have him listed as a pit bull mix. He's probably about 3 to 4 years old. He's got that beautiful brindling. Like, I love brindles. I have a brindle at home.
It's gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. I love it. He's such a good boy. You can see like everything he's thinking in his eyes. Like right now, his eyes are super wide. He's like, I don't know why we're on camera right now. It's scary back here. But
you're doing well.
You know, he really shows off his eyes a lot. I know. What?
Oh, it was so cute too, because just a little bit ago before we came on camera, they are just kind of running around the studio. He got his zoomies, and obviously, I mean, he's got a friend in you. He is precious and a little curious looking at the lights, but really just a sweetheart through and through. So tell us a little bit about how he does maybe with other dogs or cars. What does that look like? Or do we know?
We got to take him home for a little bit today, and he does awesome in the car. He loves car rides. He jumps in there himself. He's ready to go. He doesn't get car sick. I mean, he did great in the car.
Bless you. Oh,
we got home. He met the cats. He was inquisitive about the cats. He didn't try to chase them or anything, but you could see his eyes. He got his big eyes. He was like,
expressive.
What's this? And so he met the cats a little bit. We're doing slow introductions with other dogs right now. You know, unfortunately, he was there for over a year with very little dog time, and so you know, we try to do slower introductions with our dogs that have been there for a little bit longer, so that we can get them reacquainted with, you know, doggy play groups and socialization and everything like that, because it's difficult. You know, when you're there, you see the other dogs, you hear the other dogs, but you can't actually interact with them. It kind of drives you a little bit crazy. So we're doing some slower introductions. He's doing good. We found that he's definitely liking the females a little bit more than the males, and we're getting good. He walks past the other dogs just great. You know, he's doing really good with the daily dog-to-dog occurrence.
Well, you made a good point when you're talking about his experiences, that a lot of times when we see that you bring these dogs in, they are just great, and they are great dogs, but we can't forget that, you know, they are rescue dogs. You are, you know, saving them, and these sweet little guys, you do have to kind of reintroduce them to different lifestyles.
And you know, it's difficult because we don't know their background, we don't know their stories, we don't know what they've experienced, what they haven't experienced. I can tell you, when he came into the shelter, was super skinny, and so he obviously has not had the best life, and we don't know what the people before him did, what the animals before him did. You know, I can tell you, he responds very well to just being told no. You know, if you say, hey, you're doing something wrong, you know, he responds very well to that. And you can tell that he's probably had a little bit of a tougher punishment in his life, which is unfortunate, but you can really see based on his interactions what he's been through, what he hasn't been through, what he's experienced, what he hasn't experienced. And right now we're working on all of his great experiences with him.
Well, is he trained at all? Because when you just right at the beginning had him sit, it looked as if he kind of recognized that.
I will say, I think that he's had probably a little bit of training. You know, he was in my house and he did great in a crate. He didn't make any noise in there. Didn't want to go in there at first, but he went in there. He rides great in the car. He walks really good on the leash. You know, he's had a lot of the basic dog, we'll say, manners that he has. I don't think he's been trained per se. I don't think he knows how to sit, shake, come, all that stuff when you ask him for. But he's very gentle in his nature. He's very sweet. He walks great on the leash, as I said. He's quiet. You know, in his kennel, he keeps his kennel very clean, which I appreciate. Going through as we clean the kennels, you know, he keeps his kennel very clean, which is great. I don't know what he's sniffing or licking or whatever. Come here.
I'm curious.
Doing right now, but he's very good about being just very easy so far. And that's the good part, is that he's a very low-key dog so far.
That's when he just kind of seems very go with the flow and very sweet-natured, which is really cute, because, I mean, just seeing you guys play and interact together, he was so gentle and just loved being right by your side. So who would be the ideal family or person for him, you think?
I would say Artemis would do great with a younger couple, you know, maybe solo, maybe duo. You know, I don't think that he would be a great first-time dog, because I think that he's got some challenges that we need to work through. But I think in the long run, he's going to be a very... doing a butt scoot a little bit.
Doing your thing.
He's like, I'm nervous right now. But I think that in the long run, he's going to be a fantastic dog. You know, I think somebody that lives a little bit more of a quiet life, sedentary life. You know, I like to view dogs, they're just like people. You know, so there's some people that love to go out and party every night. There's dogs that love to go to play dates, you know, play groups every single day. I think that he's a homebody. He's just like me. He would prefer to be home out in the countryside, just with his person, and he's going to be happy as can be sitting on the front porch with you.
That sounds like an ideal life for him and you, his future owner. All right, well, you have all the information right there on your screen, but it will also be up on our website at wistv.com. He is such a sweet boy. Will make a wonderful addition to anyone out there who is looking for their next dog in your family. He's got lots of kisses and cuddles to give.
Oh yeah, he loves to cuddle. He loves to cuddle. He will climb in your lap all day long, and he gets his little playful spurts. You know, that's the great part too.
You love it. A little bit of everything. But all right, well, thank y'all so much for stopping by and letting us meet sweet Artemis. You are amazing. But let's go ahead and get a check of our forecast, because it's beautiful. Oh, look at him right there, waving to you, giving a hug. All right, well, let's throw things over to Tony. Hey, Tony.